Be okay with embarrassing yourself. Hello, welcome back to my 90 days of lessons for me to you. And today is day 62, I believe. And today's lesson is that you need to become okay with embarrassing yourself. As you can tell, not in the computer room, my garage, not outside. I mean, technically I'm outside, but I'm in my car. I got my pup with me. I don't know if she wants to. Wait, let me show you guys her. She just got a haircut. Don't make fun of her. There she is. She's a golden doodle, but she's kind of, not really doodling right now. She's adorable though. But yeah, her hair is cut short because her hind legs were shedding, and I kind of wanted her hair to, all be even. But again, the reason I'm making this lesson, I guess, is because I'm talking to myself, of course, and it's to kind of prepare me for the next series that I'm doing for this channel, right? Which is basically just approaching people and talking to them and learning new things from them, asking them lessons that they've learned in life, right? And to do that, I need to be okay with cold approaching people, right? And I don't know if I've mentioned it on this channel, but I struggle with social anxiety a little bit, right? There's sometimes it kicks in. There's certain situations, if I get overwhelmed, it kicks in. If I'm stressed, it kind of kicks in. But for the most part, I think I handle it pretty well, right? Like, if I go out in like a social setting, I can talk to people, I can make friends. I can talk to people and make acquaintances with them, like I can conversate with them. And both of my jobs are literally talking to people. I work as a bellman at a hotel that's literally just talking to people and helping them with their luggage the entire time. There's, I work in a restaurant, like a restaurant setting, so that's also just talking to people, right? So if it's like a structured time, if it's like a structured thing, I'm good at it, right? I can talk in front of like a large crowd. I'm very good at public speaking. I'll be nervous the entire time and before I get on, but I'm very good at public speaking. I can articulate myself. I can get my point across, as I've done here, right? And some people struggle with social anxiety differently, but for me, I've realized that it comes when I have to do a cold approach. And it gets even worse. I know I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna sound like I'm scared of women. It gets even worse when I find a woman attractive, right? And that is something I want to mitigate. I want to get rid of that. I'm never gonna say that the butterflies are gonna be gone, but the way to gain confidence is to have proof. You can tell yourself all you want that you're this thing or you're that thing, or you do this and you do that, or you're good at this and you're good at that, or you're good at that. But if there's no evidence backing that up, you don't truly believe that, right? You don't truly believe that you're good at soccer. You can say you're good at soccer all you want, but if you've never kicked a soccer ball unless you're just delusional, like prime time, like high tier delusional, high tier delusional, you don't truly believe that, because when that time comes, when it's time for you to put that soccer ball in that net, you're gonna be stressing the whole time till you do it. And if you don't do it, you're gonna be embarrassed, right? So the most important thing for confidence is to have evidence. But to gain evidence, you also need to be okay with the fact that you're gonna embarrass yourself along the way. You're gonna embarrass yourself to prove to yourself that you can do the things that you didn't think you could, right? And for me, that is the cold approach. I'm not gonna say talking to women, because I can speak to women. I can have conversations with women. I can have great conversations with women. I've held a relationship for 3 years, and the reason we broke up wasn't any fault of my own necessarily, or anything that was truly in my control. And I've dated other women in the past, and it's gone great. It's gone well, right? Especially in my adulthood, right? I'm not like struggling to hold conversations with women or find topics to talk about with women, right? It's nothing like that. It's just the idea that I don't like bothering people, right? I don't like going up to people unnecessarily. That's the thing. I don't like unnecessarily going up to people because I kind of feel it for my own. Right? If somebody were to come up to me and ask me like questions, help me out with stuff, like, yeah, I'm cool with that. But I don't want to annoy people. That is my biggest thing. I don't want to unnecessarily annoy people. I'm gonna give you like an example, right? So I was at the beach the other day, and me and my boy, we were there, we were chilling, near the beach. So we just had like shorts on the whole time, sitting in the chair. And I'm a pretty jacked guy. I'm a pretty guy, and I don't think I think I'm pretty good looking. I think I'm a very good looking guy. I've always been told that my entire life, and this is not to brag, it's not to flex, but I think I consider myself a very good looking guy. So I always say this. My problem is never getting women, it's getting the women that I like, right? And that is true. Like, women do find me attractive. Women speak to me. Women flirt with me and things like that. But it's, like I said, it's finding the ones that I like. And I do realize that to do that, you have to talk to women more than they talk to you, right? To do that, you have to talk to women more than they talk to you. Because most of the time, it's women are used to guys approaching. And I'm not going to get into the whole, like, women need to approach guys more debate, like that diaspora, because that's just kind of getting kind of annoying for me right now. But it's like, just accept like I always say, accept the world for what it is and carry on and go about your day and make the adjustments where you can. So yeah, we're at the beach, we're chilling, and there's these two girls, and one of them, I thought she was, yeah, I was attracted to her. I was like, yeah, that's a very, like, she's exactly my type, like, physically. Because that's the most you can know about them until you speak to them, right? So physically, she was very much my type. I could also tell that she was checking me out from time to time. They were walking towards the water, they were looking back at us to see if we were looking back at them. Now, keep in mind, my boy's in a relationship, so it's a no-go for him. And I will snitch. I be snitching on, hey, if you cheat on your girl, I'm a snitch on you, bro. Because if you cheating on your girl, imagine, especially with your friends, what are you gonna do to me? If the person who loves you and all that, the shit that y'all be doing, especially because I know how I am in a relationship, and you cheat on that girl, bro, I'm snitching on you, always. But back to the story. So yeah, we're chilling there. I can tell they were checking us out. And then on the beach, there's a restaurant. So me and my boy, I'm like, yo, let's go grab some food at the restaurant before we leave, right? Hey, pup. I'm like, yeah, let's go grab some food at the restaurant before we leave, right? And we go in there, and just so happens that the girls are approaching there at the same time. Now, keep in mind, big ass restaurant. Where do you think they come sit? Where do you think they come sit? They come sit to the table. I'm talking like all the tables were empty. All the tables were empty. They came next to us and they sat next to us. Specifically, the girl sat behind me. Because the way that the tables are set up, it's like they're next to each other, but the way that you sit, it's like it's behind you kind of thing. Whoa. Sorry. Somebody just did some stupid shit while driving. So yeah. And my boy was like, yo, like, I think she want to talk to you. And in my head, I'm like, yeah, I didn't really feel like doing it that day. I'm gonna keep it a hundo B with you. I did not feel like doing it that day. So I was like, yeah, it's not gonna happen today. And he was like, it's not gonna happen today, it's never gonna happen. And that kind of got me to thinking, like, he's right. If it doesn't happen right now granted, I still didn't talk to her because, like I said, I just want to chill that day. If it doesn't happen today, it's never gonna happen. Which means, right, you could take that as you missing an opportunity, but it's the idea that can happen, and then she can go on about her day and you never see her again. Never see her again, right? So that should technically eliminate the idea of that embarrassment. Sure, you're gonna be the one left sitting with it if you strike out. Me, I'd be the one left sitting with it if I struck out, right? But that doesn't mean that I shouldn't try, because I do kind of believe to some extent that embarrassment is a decision. Yes, the situation is embarrassing, but to be continually embarrassed by it, that's a choice that you make, right? You can just decide, not fully, but you can decide and be like, damn, dude, like, that shit happened. All right, man, like, whatever, keep it pushing, right? So, yeah, man, and I'm going to apply this outside of, relationships and approaching women. I only speak about that because I feel like that's the one aspect of my life that I truly have to work on now, especially the fact that I'm single again, because I was 3 year, never had to do it. I had a girlfriend. I thought I was gonna marry this woman. I didn't have to worry about that shit. So, like I feel I've worked on other aspects of my life enough to the point where I have systems to manage it, right? Like, I know that whenever I'm struggling, whenever I'm feeling super down, I talk to myself. I have my pup here with me. I have my dog with me. She's very, very good at helping me out with that stuff. So yeah, it's just, I feel like that's one of the only aspects of my life that I can control that I really need to work on, right? Because everything else I'm working on my future, I'm working on my dreams and things like that. I just need to work on my approach and doing exposure therapy to meet people. And to do that, I need to be okay with embarrassing myself. And I'm gonna equip this back to you. Anything that you want to do, you need to be okay with embarrassing yourself. When I first started posting on YouTube or TikTok and Instagram, I was terrified that I was embarrassing myself by putting myself out there and looking stupid. Right? I was terrified of that. But the more I did it, the more comfortable I became being okay with that. Because it's something that I want to do. It's stemming from what I want to do. What these people want and what these people expect from you shouldn't really matter when it comes to something like this, right? The only people that I care about when I'm posting these videos is myself and you. Those are the only two people, because I'm gonna say two because each you know what I'm talking about. The only people I care about, me and myself, me and you, and then on TikTok, me and the audience. That's all I care about. But for the most part, I care about it. Do I like what I'm putting out? Do I like what I've said? Do I like the joke that I've made? Right? And it's like, even if I love it and I put it out there, it's still it might flop. It might flop. There's a higher chance of it right now, where I'm at with my social media journey. There is a 90% chance that it's gonna flop. And I need to be okay with that. And it's embarrassing when you flop. People always are like, oh, you need to be okay with flopping. Dude, it sucks. It's embarrassing. But I'm okay with it now. And that's the thing that you need to be okay with. You need to be okay with embarrassing yourself, because that's how you learn to do new things. That's how you learn to explore new areas of your life. Fear is always just your body telling you, unless it is a life or death situation, fear is your body telling you to do something, because your body is holding you back. It means that you need to do that thing. If there's something that you truly fear, that is fear, that is not going to kill you, you need to do it. And that is something that this is why I said this challenge that I'm doing is for that. So yeah, I feel like I've yapped enough. It's about 12-minute mark right now. I was going to show you the guy's dog one time, but let me just, every single thing that you do in life, always put God first, always seek God first, and love yourself more than you love anybody else. And if there's nobody out there that loves you, I love you, but there's somebody out there that loves you. And this is my dog, Juno. One last time. This is Juno, guys. This is Juno. She turns a year old tomorrow. Say happy birthday to Juno. If you see this around the 27th. So yeah, she turns a year old. Her first birthday is tomorrow. So I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. All right, bye.